become chosen this journalism profession, that too in 1976, when hardly there were any, female in this field?
Well, Madhavi, it was by sheer accident. You see, my husband was posted in Nagpur, and you have the Nagpur University, they have the Bachelor of Journalism, which was just for 1 year you get a degree. So I joined there, and after that, then we moved to Hyderabad, then I joined the UNI, and then I continued there. So that is how my initial thing, not that I saw somebody and then I wanted to emulate them, nothing like that. It just by sheer accident, I became a journalist.
But then also, ma'am, you must have taken a decision of being a journalist. There are so many professions that point of time, being doctor, engineer. Why this journalism? I mean, my one question is that because there was a no, role model in front of you, but yet you have chosen to be this. Why?
Well, you see, journalism is interesting because you meet different people, you get to know their stories, and you are able to interpret what happens. So, compared to any other profession, I thought that this was very good, and once I liked it, I really went ahead with it. I didn't have any other option. I didn't think of any other option.
And why you have chosen this political journalism? Because
No,
it's
I
not
know.
so easy. It's not so easy because lots of dynamism is involved. You cannot afford to be miss anything or report anything wrong, any information. All the facts you have to put in order. I mean, it's supposed to be correct. And you have wrote the books also. Wonderful books on the politicians, women politician. So why this politics one you have chosen?
Well, you see, when I grew up in Chennai, and we were in a place called near Road Lakshmipuram, and there was a Lakshmipuram Young Men's Association. They used to bring all the top politicians. They used to come there and speak and go. So even from my college days, I got interested because I got to see them and I got to listen to them. So I was quite interested. One that became, and then it went on to other areas.
Okay, that's where the encouragement things for you, the prompted you to be in this. So, ma'am, tell me one thing. When you started journalism in 1976, how many number of women were there? How you kept yourself going in that situation?
Well, you see, when in Hyderabad, it was a little, it's not like Delhi. So it was really, for women, it was not very encouraging. And still, I got into the political journalism because I was in the UNA. We were just about 4 or 5 people. Everybody has to do everything. And I really liked the political journalism. And I really had to do very hard work to get to know people and also get to know leaders. So it was a real hard work which got me in Hyderabad going. And being a only woman journalist, I know I would say that all the male journalists really pampered me. They were very helpful to me. And some of them would give me a lift to go from one place to another. So it was very interesting profession I had in Hyderabad. When I was there were about 4 Congress governments changed. So every government changing, that means, Channa Reddy was changed, and Anjaya came, then Venkatram came. So like that, then ultimately NTR launched his party in 1982. So that was ultimate. I have seen before me a party being born. So that was quite interesting. And then, also because of being a lone journalist, woman journalist, so I think that others also recognized me because being a UNI, sometimes they used to wait for the UNI to come. UNI means me. So
Yeah.
I really, it was a very encouraging thing when in Hyderabad. I never felt I was a woman. See, initially I used to think, all the men, they go to the press club, they have drinks and they sit with politicians. So I thought maybe I will be missing all that because I am a woman, I don't do all these things. But then, ultimately I realized that I have not missed anything at all. So I was able to compete with them in every possible way. So I really liked it. And I remember in one newspaper, I don't want to name it, I wanted to shift to the newspaper, so I went to them for the interview. So they said, you have all the qualifications, but you are a woman. So the same thing was told me once and by another news agency also. So being a woman was not like those days at all. But then personally, I think I didn't find it very.
Ma'am, I have a one difficult question for you. Nowadays, political journalist means a tagline of Godi media and all these, you understand, it's not a very happy tagline. But all of you have done also political journalism. That time, all of you have maintained the arm length distance from the politician. Yet you all managed to get the, best of the best news from them. So, what was your modus operandi? What was the ethics in practice you people used to follow?
Well, you see, in those days, only Congress was a dominant party. All other parties were just emerging. Left was there, the National Party, but otherwise, there were only these two parties. BJP was nowhere at that time. In Hyderabad, I remember the present Vice President Venkaiah Naidu and the late Jaipal Reddy. These were the single members of their parties, BJP and Jaipal Janata Dal. The two of them used to hold up the assembly to ransom. So it was, only the dominant parties are only these two. But it's why, there was not like you have the left and the right today.
Mm-hmm.
So it was quite easy. You see, only the Congress, what other party was there? And that time Indira Gandhi was there. They were ruling in most of the states at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So then arm's length, I don't know about ideology. If you ask me, I have not been very passionate about any ideology.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, I was drawn into a left. In Hyderabad, I think the CPI, they used to talk to me all that. I was quite fascinated by them. And then I had went to Naxalites also, in the
Mm-hmm.
course of my job.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderfully Sitaramaya, all these people I have met there at that time. And so it was initially like that, but slowly I just got it. It was totally extreme. I don't have any that kind of ideology. I am a professional journalist. I will try to report actually and factually what is happening. That is my job, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And even, column writing, now I write a column.
Mm-hmm.
But those days when I was in the UNL, we have to give the both sides.
Mm-hmm.
If you are quoting somebody, you have to quote the other side also.
Mm-hmm.
So our training was like that. It was always a balanced reporting. So that helped me till today.
Ma'am, my observation is there, although even in political journalism, more than inclination for the political ideology, it's a benefit which is driving the journalist. So that's the reason we are not having the happy reputation also. So any word of wisdom or any word of caution would you like to tell to our current coming generation journalist, I will say, what should be their guiding light?
Well, you see, Madhavi, when I was working in Washington, I found that the journalists, American journalists, they all had their support to whichever party, either Republicans or Democrats. They don't go about hiding it. They are quite open about I support this party. Even the newspapers, like New York Times and all, they support the candidate, Republican candidate or a Democratic candidate. So to that extent, the journalists, definitely you are entitled to our opinion, our ideology and our thinking. So I don't find anything wrong in that. But all that I would say is that should not, make you feel that you should be biased. The bias should not come in your reporting. That is my major thing. Either you're writing or reporting. Get the facts and leave it to the readers to decide what they want to see about the other things. That's what I would suggest.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.